45% is the exact figure the AI gave for Manchester United to finish the season in the top 4. But before you start celebrating, I've got to warn you, the reason behind this number is going to split this fan base right down the middle. I fed the AI every single detail of 2026, Amorim's collapse, the miracle Michael Carrick is pulling off, the current table, and the brutal run-in ahead. It processed the data and spat out 3 possible futures, and the third scenario is so mental that the board might already be making a decision right now, while you're watching. In less than 60 seconds, I'm going to show you the turning point the AI found and why what looks like a heroic charge might actually be the biggest trap we've ever faced. Stick with me until the end, because the third scenario starts with a detail on the pitch and ends with a massive decision off it. Look at the table now. 26 games in, United are in 4th with 45 points and a positive goal difference. From the outside, it looks simple: we're back, we're in the mix, Champions League is in the bag. But that is exactly how a deceptive season hides itself. Because 4th place can mean 2 things at once: a team that's finally found its way, or a team living through a short-lived peak before a massive reality check. The difference isn't about how it feels to watch, it's about what happens when the fixtures pile up and the games get gritty. And this is where the story shifts, because our league position doesn't explain what's been happening behind the scenes, and what exploded at the club just a few days ago. It wasn't one isolated result that changed everything, it was a total rupture. On January 5, 2026, Ruben Amorim was sacked after 14 months in charge. The confirmation came right after a 1-1 draw with Leeds, when the mood was already at breaking point and United were sitting in 6th, far from any stable project. The numbers tell the story: 63 games, 25 wins, 15 draws, and 23 losses. But the trigger wasn't just the bad run. It was what he said. Amorim publicly claimed he was hired to be a manager, not just a head coach, and that exposed the rift with the board. When a manager clashing with the structure wins. Darren Fletcher took over as interim, Amorim leaves with a massive payout, and the club goes into emergency mode. But here's the thing, that sacking didn't end the story. It opened the door for something nobody saw coming. Now we get to the part where the fans feel this is real. Because United didn't just swap managers, they changed the script on the pitch almost instantly. Michael Carrick arrives, and suddenly, the results look like a movie trailer: United 2-0 City. Then Arsenal 2-3 United. Followed by the 3rd of February at Fulham and 2-0 against Spurs. Even the 1-1 with West Ham feels more like a blip than a collapse. And this is where the fans start getting ahead of themselves: right, we've found the way. But the AI flagged something unsettling about these scores. It's not about winning. It's about how you're winning, and the invisible price you pay later. Because now comes the run-in that reveals everything: Everton away, Palace at home, Newcastle away, Villa at home, and then Chelsea and Brentford. Somewhere in that run lies the turning point I mentioned at the start. Before I show you the 3 scenarios, I forced the AI to do this properly. No guesswork. I gave it 4 data blocks: Carrick's recent form, the current table, the fixture list, and the club's boardroom context. I also threw the restructuring into the mix, the midfield priority, the plan to slash the wage bill, the youth core, and the FFP pressure. The AI didn't just pick a destination. It picked 3 routes. Scenario 1, the top for charge, 45%. The AI put 45% on this because it's the most logical. Top for becomes real when the bounce becomes a habit. Here, United stop relying on perfect nights and start winning standard games like a big club, controlling the tempo and clinical in the box. The Carrick bounce turns into consistency. But the AI also flagged the risk: if the midfield can't kill games off, the pressure will break the plan when the schedule gets tight. Scenario 2, the false dawn, 35%. This is the most treacherous one. It looks like progress, but it's just momentum. The AI calls it a false dawn when a team wins the big games, the hype explodes, but the foundation is weak. United win on pure emotion and individual talent, but when they need to be patient against a low block, the consistency vanishes. It's about winning today and tripping up tomorrow. With only a 3-point gap over 6th place Liverpool, 2 bad results change the entire narrative. Scenario 3, the perfect storm, 20%. The AI only gave this 20%, but it described it with one word: storm. Here, the problem isn't on the pitch, it's the club. The clear-out and wage reductions cause friction. If experienced players leave and the midfield isn't sorted fast, the team starts playing with an invisible weight. The turning point isn't a game, it's a boardroom decision. If the plan looks like guesswork, that 4th place becomes a slide. In the next 30 to 60 days, United face a proper test. The block of Newcastle away, Villa at home, and Chelsea away is Carrick's tribunal. It will show who you are when the film goes wrong, when you concede early, when the away end gets loud, when the pressure piles up. I even asked the AI to do the maths every fan avoids: the actual chance of United winning the league. We're 13 points adrift of Arsenal with 8 games to go. That's not hard, it's a miracle. The AI puts the probability between 0.01% and 0.04%. Basically, 1 in 8,600. Even if we win all 8 games, we need Arsenal, City, and Villa to all collapse at the same time. But the calculation reveals something bigger. If United can play like a title contender for these final 8 games, then the top 4 is guaranteed. So, looking at that calendar, which scenario do you reckon is happening? 1, 2, or 3? Just comment the number. And one more thing, who are you keeping as untouchable in this squad, and who are you selling without a second thought?